So Brian, a disappointing result, I'm sure. What do you make of a result like that?
Well, Jeremiah, I'll probably have to sleep on it before I give you a really good answer, a clear answer. I don't think anybody in that dressing room is happy. I watched the highlights of the goals we gave up. Got to be better at home. Can't give up goals like that. You guys will dissect the game. 2.21 expected goals. Goals have been drying up for us. Got to figure out a way how to, believe that we can score. And then lineup choices for Saturday. That's what we're just talking about there. Get a good recovery day tomorrow, train on Friday, get up there to Vancouver. But, lots of thoughts. I'm going to have to watch the tape. Duels, they outdueled us. That's irritating. It's one of my favorite stats, but not tonight. And then I will say that you got to credit Josh and the job he did. We prepared for a five-man back line, or we felt we did a good job of preparing them for back line of five. And, they played well. So we've got to give credit to your opponent.
We'll go back here to Jose before coming to the other side of the room.
Brian, you were able to bring Nuhu on at the end of towards the end of the game. What were some of the measurables that you were looking for this week in order to allow him to get play time today?
I needed to see if he could play against Vancouver and start against Vancouver. He couldn't just jump into the game in Vancouver having malaria, which is a serious disease, not having trained for over a month. I need to know where he's at. So that was the reason for it. Wasn't because Cody played bad. I actually thought Cody played pretty good. He missed a couple passes, okay, but that's a young player. But I thought Cody was very good again. I just needed to see Nuhu in action, so we can decide on what we do with him on Saturday.
Nico.
Coach, did it feel like that team struggled to create a higher tempo or get quicker on the ball at all? And,
When?
In the first half. Did you feel like that on offense? And look, the narrative might say, is there anything to, some of the losses that have come lately for the club have been against teams that are struggling. Is there anything in particular about those games?
I don't know. We messaged that loud and clear, Nico. I don't have an answer for you. We jump-started Portland, Kansas City, and now Austin. I don't know what it is. We were very good at home for the first few games of the year. Very good at home. Clean sheets, good defensively. We will try and correct that for sure. Road results, we've gotten some road results, so that evens things out. But it's not good enough. Not good enough at home. As far as the first half is concerned, I think my narrative right now, again, without watching the tape, was we had to defend. Our press was not very effective. And so they had to chase, they ran, they chased, they ran, they got possession of the ball, and then they gave the ball away. Too many times in the first half, sloppy giveaways, forcing things. There were a lot of individual decision-making things that, I can't micromanage players' decisions. They're on the field, they see different things. But we just gave the ball away because they were tired, because they were defending too long. We'll have to see about that on the tape, on the review of the tape.
Before we go to Owen, just a reminder for those on Zoom to go ahead and hit that raise hand function button if you do have a question for head coach Brian Schmetzer. Owen, we'll go to you next, please.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could get your analysis of Zarda's hold-up play in the first half and how the midfield dealt with that, and then kind of if and how you talked about that at halftime.
Well, I don't know why Zardes and midfield go together. It's the two center backs versus Zardes, and his hold-up play was good. Jackson needs to learn that it's not a, wrestling match. He's got to be able to get in front, make him move. Yaimar has to do his bit. Win the duels, win the challenges. Again, they won more duels than we did. Zardes is an effective MLS player, but he's not invincible.
We'll take one more in the room before we go over to Zoom, and then we'll come back for one or two follow-ups. Jack, I see you have your hand raised there. Go ahead, please.
Coach, you mentioned training against a back five, and you mentioned the press being ineffective. When you train for something all week and you step out on the pitch and see it's something else, what goes through your head? What goes through the team's head?
No, we knew they were going to play in a back line of five. I thought we had prepped the team for a back line of five. They didn't catch us by surprise. We just didn't execute our game plan. I will give Zardes and Finley and the other guy credit. Their pressing was good. They pressed with intensity, with desire, made it difficult for us to get past that first line. And then when we did get past the first line, they back pressed, and then they got compact. I think it was their ability to stymie us in our attacking phase of the game is what let us down tonight. I don't like that we gave up 2 goals. I don't like the way that we gave up the 2 goals, but I think it was just the way they pressed and our inability to sustain possession in their half of the field. That's what caused us problems in the first half.
All right, over to Zoom. Jada Evans, I see you have your hand raised first. Please go ahead and ask your question.
She's
Jada, go
muted.
ahead, please.
She's muted.
I know she muted herself, I think.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. You were able to start the same lineup. Do you feel that they were tired or anything like that that played into a part tonight?
No, I don't think they were tired, Jada. I just don't think we performed up to the standard of our club. That's what I would say. I don't think it had anything to do with physical tiredness.
Okay, the last question I'm seeing on Zoom is from Felipe Makeda. Felipe, please go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you, Alex. Coach Brian, it's a tough loss again, but little by little you start getting players back like Nuku Tolo and Leo Chu and others. When the substitutions came, Freddy Montero and Leo Chu, the team looked really sharp going forward. Do you think that those substitutions wouldn't be better little before with more time with those players in the field?
Well, always when you sub, you can always ask yourself, should have done it before, not, it's always, interesting to reflect on your own choices, Felipe. So it's a great question. I certainly will reflect on that. I thought Freddy Montero came in and played well, extremely well. I thought Leo, he was a little rusty. I don't know if his foot was bothering him, but, normally I want him out wide, very wide left, attacking guys 1v1. I'm not so sure we maybe gave him the ball in the right moments, but, I thought the substitutions, the subs that came on, I thought they energized the team for sure, yes.
Okay, that looks like it's it on Zoom. We'll take a couple more in the room before we wrap. We'll go to Jose here first. Felipe, can you please mute your line? Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, go ahead, Jose.
Brian, having Freddie be able to come off the bench has been key for the team, but also seeing him at practice and the impact that he has and the influence that he has on some of the younger players has been extremely beneficial for the club. Can you speak a little bit about what it means for you to have him, not only to be able to sub him in, but also to be able to influence in training and in the professionalism of some of your younger kids?
Yeah, Jose, thank you for bringing that up. Freddie's been a great pro. For a lot of different reasons. As he winds down his long and illustrious career, he has found ways to help the club other than just being a player on the field. I think he embraces his role. I think he is very good in the locker room, very good with Leo, very good with Dylan, very good with all the young players. And he still provides you with that quality as well when you need it on the field. So we are extremely pleased to have him. And I don't know what goal that was, but in 79 goals for the club. I mean, congratulations to him. And it was a good goal. It started, a little bit of a comeback, and unfortunately, we just couldn't get that second goal to draw even.
We'll go to Jeremiah here and then take one or two more on this other side of the room.
Yeah, what do you make of a performance like Abear or Dylan, who seemed to get into good positions and set up some decent chances, just sort of didn't have it fall for him?
I thought Abear was effective in the first half. He was the one that was actually providing some of those opportunities for chance creation. I thought he was okay. Yeah, everybody's going to watch that last corner kick and should he have done better? And in the first half, that cross at game, could have been on the floor. Maybe he gets a better touch on it. With Dylan, it's just a young player, gives you everything. He plays with his enthusiasm, his heart, his desire, but yeah, he lacks maybe that little experience to finish that one play. A lot of guys come in there and they dink the goal, they chip the goalkeeper, he tried to maybe get it between his legs. I don't know what he was thinking, but some of those things come with experience, but I can't fault the kid's effort, and I thought he actually played fairly well.
All right, last couple, we'll start right here.
Hey, Coach, do you think it's time to sound the alarm on Jordan Morris? He hasn't had a goal contribution in 7 matches, and his form as of late
His
hasn't
goal
been
contribution, he contributed to the goal tonight. He
Well,
got
yeah,
him
with
behind
a secondary
and played.
assist, but I mean, just in general, do you think it's time to sound the alarm, or do you think it's a
No,
little too early?
Not at all. Not in my eyes. Again, that goal was created because Jordan Morris was able to sprint in behind, and then he gets the ball to Abear, and Abear makes the final assist, but if we were a hockey team, that'd be a secondary assist, so.
Okay, we will close here. Nico Moreno, front row.
Obviously, there were positives in those last 10 minutes offensively. It seemed maybe like the team was just able to have more fluidity. How do you take that momentum and shift it in this short turnaround for the next game?
Those were desperation minutes. I mean, let's be honest, Nico. I mean, we're throwing everything at them. You're going to get some opportunities just because they were trying to protect the lead. You're on the front foot trying to get the equalizer. The momentum is going to come when we review the film and we figure out a game plan on who's going to start against Vancouver. And the expectation will be that the guys that step on the field will win their duels, press effectively, and take their chances when they come.